Hey everybody, Brad C here. Just wanted to share a quick story with the channel. I just sold these two guns for 1 penny each. Well, this is March 18th, 2020, and yes, we are all hunkered down, and I could probably get top dollar for these guns, to be honest. But there's a story behind this sale. Obviously, I'm not going to take a penny for each one of these guns unless I had good reason to. Well, here's my reason. One of my best friends in this entire world, one of the few wheeler dealers that I actually think is out of my league, and he's younger than me, which is really impressive, but he has never owned a gun. And he's went shooting with me, him and his wife both, and they love shooting guns, but they have just not purchased a gun. They never have, and I've told him in the past he needs to have one for self-protection. Now, he always told me that even though he enjoyed shooting guns, he wished that guns were banned in America. He really just was not a supporter of the Second Amendment, to be flat out honest. But this all changed just a few days ago. I got a text from him, and it said, "I need all the guns you can spare." I texted him back, and he said, "Are you serious?" He was serious. So I told him, I said, "Look, I've got two guns, and I'm going to sell them to you. They're going to be top dollar, 1 penny each. And one's a shotgun, good quality budget shotgun, and I've tested it here on the channel. It's this FedArm FRX pump shotgun. Now, this is the tactical style, and I've also got just the regular style, but I'm going to hold on to that one. I'm going to give him this tactical one here. I should say I'm going to sell him this tactical one here. Let's get that straight. And the pistol is a SCCY CPX2. Now, I have several of these, and they are very reliable. Definitely highly recommend these, especially for the price. I think I paid $175 for this gun, and I've actually got two that I paid about that for, and I paid $200 for another one, and that's out the door prices. So that's pretty good. When you can get 3 of these for basically one Glock 26, that's not bad. So, you know, and you've got this to where you can store it somewhere, or like in this case, if you've got a friend that comes to his senses. Now, keep in mind that we have shot guns together. I'm not just throwing a gun in someone's lap that's never shot a gun. And I will still insist that we go and actually shoot these actual specific guns and make sure he's comfortable with them, and, you know, make sure he has got some common sense here about the situation. You know, we don't need to be thinking this is the end of the world. This is not the end of the world, folks. This is just a minor setback, and it's something we need to take seriously, obviously, out of respect for especially the elderly, and we need to do whatever we can to minimize the spread of, you know, germs and whatnot. But as far as going crazy and losing your minds, you know, this is not the end of the world. Keep your senses, but most importantly, as always, keep yourself protected. I remember asking my friend a long time ago, I said, what would you do if 2 armed men, even with knives, were busting down your door? What would you do? And he said, I'd call the police. I said, well, that's true, I would too, but what if they busted through? And he really didn't have an answer. And I told him, I'm like, look, I don't know what kind of police response time you're expecting, but you really don't know. It would be smart to, at the very least, have a firearm in your house, secured somewhere safe, but to where you could go get that if someone was actually beating down your door. And I think it's foolish to not have a firearm in your house somewhere to protect yourself. Now, I try to conceal carry a lot, and this is one of the guns I conceal carry, but my favorite conceal is the Glock 26 and also the Glock 43. Those are pretty much my favorite too. You want to conceal carry when you can, but at the same time, you also want to have guns at your residence at a place where you can get them if something would go down. You know, obviously, it would be nice to have an AR-15, but hey, you know, I've only got a couple of AR-15s. You know, this is not Big Daddy Rich here. You know, I have some guns, obviously, but I'm not going to be giving away my AR-15s. And I'm not giving these away either. It's going to cost him a penny each. But I think for a penny, he got pretty much the best deal he's going to find, especially during these times. Okay, just thought I'd share this with the channel. Hopefully everybody out there is remaining calm. As a prepper and a supporter of the Second Amendment, this is the perfect time to share your supplies with your neighbors. Don't spend your time telling them I told you so. They already know that. So be patient with them. And just a little tip out there. If you're going to be giving, or I should say selling, a firearm to someone, I highly recommend always doing a bill of sale. Make sure you do it legal and give yourselves both a copy. And then I always tell the person, I'll put that in my own personal records. It's a private sale, nobody's business but mine. Because obviously, if you have a gun that is traceable to yourself and you give that or sell that to someone and then they go out and commit a crime, you might want to have the records that show that you actually sold that. God bless, and make sure you like, subscribe, and you can check me out at bradctv.com.